Hey everyone, this is Light, and I'm going to show you guys some drafts that you can spam to some relatively good success in RTA. And we're going to start off with drafts that you'll play when harsetti is available, when harsetti is pre-ban and you want to be aggressive, and when you straight up want to cleave. So yeah, let's start with harsetti games. So for harsetti games, let's see, what do we want to pre-ban? So let's say you're playing a harsetti game. The very generic pre-bans are like Flan, Emeluna. Let's see, Emil Poly is also pre-banned very often, and let's say Emil Payra is also pre-banned too. So this is like your very standard like turn 2 versus turn 2 game, and the first draft is going to be DDR, Ross, and Tori in no particular order. Actually, in very particular order. So this draft, you're gonna pick DDR, right? You're gonna open with DDR, and then the other person is gonna go like, you know, very standard stuff. Maybe they'll go like Illinev and like Last Rider Crow, very popular stuff. And then what you're gonna do is you can go Tori here, and then you go, where is he? Wait, where the heck is Aros? Oh, he's a 3-star. Yeah, and then you go Tori Ross. Boom, that's your core. That is your core, and the whole point of this is to run down Chenille, because like the other person is very pressured by DDR, and typically on the ladder people will just be like, oh, I have to respond to DDR, let's lock in Chenille on 3. And then yeah, and then basically Tori Ross does so much damage and it can run down Chenille really hard. But yeah, the person's gonna go like Chenille or something, and then like maybe they'll go harsetti. Sure, maybe they'll go harsetti. And yeah, Chenille harsetti, very standard. And yeah, then you just counter pick them. Usually someone will go like Rylet, and you pick like one more supporter or something, like maybe even diene, and then boom, you're probably just gonna murder them. I mean, like the goal of this draft is to kill Chenille so DDR can slam his buttons, and then boom, you win. And that's like the basis for every Ross Tori draft in standard. And sometimes you sometimes you don't even have to pick Tori this early. Like sometimes you'll want to just go like DDR. Oh, whoops. And sometimes you'll just want to go like DDR, and then like you can even go diene, and then you can go Ross on the 3, and then like you can pick Tori later if you want. But basically that is the Ross Tori draft in a nutshell, usually with DDR, so you can force the other person to pick Chenille and then run him down with your Tori. Very straightforward. And now, let's say you don't want to play Tori. Let's say you don't want to play Tori. Your Tori build sucks or something. Yeah, whatever. Let's say you don't want to play Tori. Let's reset all this, and let's assume the pre-bans are the same. And you don't want to fight DDR. Let's say you don't want to fight DDR. So what you can do, you can play diene, Illinev, LRK. So let's say this vile character, he picked DDR, and then you're gonna respond with like Illinev, LRK, and then you know he's gonna go Ross Tori, yada yada, the usual. Yeah, this fellow is gonna go Ross Tori, very generic. And now you're thinking, huh, I don't want to play Chenille. I don't want to do all this. So what you're gonna do, you're actually gonna go diene. You're gonna go diene here because your diene's gonna have enough ER to resist the DDR. Your Illinev has immunity, your LRK has immunity. Your diene is going to buff stack you to the point where DDR will not be able to strip you, debuff you, or anything because you have way too many buffs for him. And then like And then like here you can just take like Emo Shoe or something, and then boom. What can this guy do? What can this guy do? You gotta cleanse your buff stack. The DDR is useless for a little bit, and he has a lot of pressure because like you have speed buff, you have cooldown resets, you have Illinois to make you very tanky. What can the other guy do? Not much, to be honest. Unless they are a very good player, not much. So yeah, if you don't want to play Tori, which is some hot stuff right now, this is the alternative. You're gonna play Diene, you're gonna pretend DDR is in there, and you're gonna try to run them down, basically. Alternatively, Tori could be Emo Shu if they decide not to pick Tori, so yeah. And that's about it. And of course there will be different like variations. Of course, like it doesn't have to be these units. If Emopera is available, Tooth Emopera is extremely strong in these games. Like 280, 290 speed Tooth Emopera is extremely strong in these games as an early pick. And she can be a solo DPS. So like instead of Tori, you can try Pera. Instead of Ilinav, you can try Pera too. But usually, you want for this draft in particular, you want Ilinav and DN, so that LRK will do his full damage. But also he resets their cooldowns and is very strong. So yeah, you either play Tori, run the Schneel down, or you play DN, Ilinav, LRK, and just just outlast the other person. It's very toxic. Both sides are very strong. Yeah, so this is basically the turn 2 meta. Both sides are very strong, and it comes down to a lot of skill. Turn 2 actually takes a lot of skill in the drafting right now, so yeah. Either way, both sides are very strong. And just play whatever you have or whatever you prefer. So yeah, that's gonna be how we play our Harsetti games. So now let's imagine Harsetti's pre-banned. Let's reset everything, and let's say we are an aggressive player, and actually no, let's say we're a turn 2 player still. Let's say we're a turn 2 player, we're gonna pre-ban Flan. Let's also say let's say we're second pick. Let's say we're a turn 2 player, we're gonna pre-ban Flan, and we're gonna pre-ban Luna, because Luna cannot be dealt with in if you're a standard player, because if they cleave you, you're basically dead. Yeah, and then let's say the other person is a cleaver or a very aggressive player, and of course they're gonna pre-ban Harsetti because they have to. And then let's say they also pre-ban, what's it called? They also pre-ban Ilinav or something, sure. And of course, yada yada, they're gonna be extremely aggressive. Most popular pick right now is Pera, and so the next draft we're gonna play Tori again, but in an aggro setting. We're gonna play Tori again, but it's gonna be in an aggro setting. So the actual best support for Tori is Emopoli, because Emopoli makes her dual attack, and she gives her an extra buff, so she can proc cascade more. Emopoli is going to make Tori dual attack for tons of damage, and then we're going to slam the Tori here. Tori is basically the best unit to pick, just because there's nothing else to pick, and yada yada. Let's see, and then this guy's gonna pick his annoying stuff. Well, let's say he goes like, let's say he picks like really annoying stuff like, what's popular? Emoshu and like Blue Crow or something. Emoji and Blue Crow, yeah. They do this a lot. And then like, of course, you're gonna go like Tori. Tori is the thing. Yeah, the whole point is to go Tori. Yeah, we're going Tori, and then and here you want to threaten this guy somehow, and so let's just slam DDR. Why not? And of course, this guy is gonna try to threaten you. Maybe he'll go like Celine or something. And like Schneel, perhaps, and then yeah, that's it. That's about it. And then you just you just ban this lead and try to run him down, and yeah. And your last pick, I don't know. you can't. There's a lot of things you can do. Still need a damage dealer. You basically want a damage dealer that'll counter like his whole team. So yeah, very common matchup. So basically, yeah, if Harsetti is not available, you always want to go like Ross Tori plus an opener. This opener can be Emopera. Like this is this is interchangeable, right? This could be either way. And also Emolua is good with all this too. Like these 3 openers are interchangeable. But Emopoly has the best synergy. These openers are very, very interchangeable. It just depends what you have, what's available, and what's taken. So yeah, that's the gist of it. One opener, Tori Ross, and then counterpick the other person's team basically. Very, very easy. So yeah, that's basically the Harsetti game. But yeah, Tori Ross extremely strong. Now you're probably thinking, but what do I do if they take my Ross? And that's extremely, extremely common. That's omega common. We can replace Ross with Blue Cow. We can replace Ross with Blue Cow. He does give Tori 25%. He does give Tori 25% Aureus. However, there are some situations where you can be flexible. You can also go any knight with a Bastion, for example, a Tywin, like a 250 speed a Tywin and Emopoly. And yeah, this combos with Emopoly, and you can also put your a Tywin on Bastion of Perlucia to give your Tori a giant shield. And it doesn't have to be a Tywin. For example, what if the other person has Abyssal Yufine over here? Screw it. Screw it. What if you just go Mort with Bastion to protect your Tori instead? Personally, I have been experimenting with protection set Emil Senya. If my Ross is stolen, and it is okay actually. I will say it is positive win rate, but yeah, you can get creative here. You can get creative here because Tori is very powerful. But basically, you want a protection set knight with Aureus, or you want a Bastion shield. Ross just happens to be the best. And yeah, that's how you're gonna play the aggro matchup. Very, very simple. So yeah, this is what you do if you're a turn 2 player, but you're forced to play aggro. And let's see, if you don't want to play Ross Tori, don't worry. So there's a very cheeky, easy draft. Wait, I don't want to reset everything. Screw it, let's just reset everything. So yeah, so same thing goes. So let's say we're first pick, right? There's a very cheeky draft you can do when you're first pick. So when you're first pick, you pre-ban Flan, or you pre-ban whatever you want. Let's say you pre-ban Harsetti and Peyra. Let's say you're aggressive, you pre-ban Harsetti, Peyra. Actually no, we're gonna let the other person pre-ban Harsetti first. So we're first pick, right? So we're gonna be first pick. We leave Luna open because we're first pick. And then this other person is gonna be like hyper aggressive. They wanna murder us. They're gonna pre-ban whatever, right? And then we're first pick. We're gonna take advantage of being first pick. We're gonna take Luna. And then the other person, of course, is gonna be responding very aggressively. Yada yada. Let's say they go like Polly and Tori. Polly and Tori. They're responding extremely aggressive. So what we can do, very, very popular draft right now is Belian and Emolua. So Emolua soulburn is basically the second strongest soulburn in the game. Her S3 ignores immunity set. There is not much people can do about it. Right, her S3 ignores immunity set, which means it can't be prevented with buff stacking or anything. Like you're just gonna have to be able to cleanse it. And then like, let's say the other person is they're in panic mode, they don't know what to do. Oh we need to pick a cleanser. Let's slam Laya. Oh my god, let's pick some mitigation too. Let's slam LRK or something, right? And then so the way you deal with this is that you just push back the Laya. You make it so that Laya is not the one who's going to cleanse. So let's say we pick like Zio. Oh whoops. Oh sorry. So like they have Laya, right? They have Laya or something. And then let's say we go Zio. We go Zio because if we go Zio, we have another book, right? If we go Zio, we have another book. We push back the Laya. We have another book. We push back the Laya. She will not be able to cleanse, right? Or maybe perhaps we even go like MLR too, because like MLR can also push back. Alright, so like yeah, MLR, and the tuning for this is Lua goes first, by the way. So like either I mean Lua goes first instead of Luna. So Zio's gonna push back Laya. MLR is also gonna push back the Laya. And yeah. Actually, it kind of depends if you outspeed the ML Poly or not. But yeah, either way, yeah. So basically, even if you outspeed is fine. But the whole point is, these units will push back the cleanser, and Lua will be hit basically guaranteed. And then the game just snowballs from there, and they just take so much damage and die. And yeah, you know, there's Luna to kill Tori, yada yada. That's basically how it goes. The whole idea of this draft is that this is your core, right? Luna, Belian, Lua. The whole idea of this draft is you abuse Lua. You abuse Lua, you abuse her soulburn, and you try to screw over their cleansers. Let's say this guy doesn't go Laya, right? Let's say this guy doesn't go Laya. Let's say this guy goes something like Mediator instead. So you have to think, what do we do to screw over this cleanser? Well, it's really simple. We don't need to pick Zio anymore. Well, actually we can, but we don't have to pick Zio. We can pick like. So the thing about like this Meteor is that he's super weak to Emorana, and also he's super weak to resets in general. And we can just go Flittigo or something. So the thing about this draft is that you already have a book with MO Luna, so you only have to pick one more book holder here. Right, so we got 2 books guaranteed. So Lua can soulburn no matter what. So then we focus on countering their cleanser. So Lua's gonna soulburn, and then Flittiga is going to reset Koeric, or Emorana is going to reset Koeric, and then he's dead. He's Omega dead. So yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. So yeah, this Lua draft is insanely toxic because like the cleansers are just weak, right? So the cleansers are just Omega weak. They're very easy to abuse, so yeah. Yeah, this is a very trendy draft right now, and it's insanely hard to deal with. I despise MO Lua. But yeah. That's about it. And then so for the next draft, let's reset everything again. So like if you don't have these units and you're still lagging behind, and you're still playing what they call it, right? You're still playing BVK or something. So you know, okay, let's be in the perspective of like, you're an aggro player, you're gonna pre-ban Harsetti, you're gonna pre-ban Zio2, why not? You know, just for like quality of life so people don't cleave you, and then the other person is like a snail or something, they're gonna pre-ban Luna. They're gonna pre-ban Luna, and I don't know, they don't like Harsetti games, they're gonna pre-ban Harsetti too, so let's see. So let's pretend you're cleaver, aggro player, whatever. Very classic draft is BBK on 3. Like no matter what you do, you put your solo DPS at BBK on 3, and yeah, you just do whatever with her. The very standard draft is BBK and 4 openers, right? And these openers could be anything to deal with the situation, and it's usually Veronica. Like it can be Veronica, it can be like Ellie Ghost. Can be Keira, can be Emolua, just anything for the situation. And then yeah, like it could be Frida if you want to soulburn something. Like it's super straightforward. Like what you can do. Like you can even splash in like a speed Taeyu in here if you wanted to. Yeah, it's super straightforward. Let's say someone's going DDR, you can splash in a Sharon to deal with the DDR. But yeah, basically, this is the BBK draft that's been running rampant since like since like the entirety of last season. It's very simple. It's very strong still. It's not as good in high level play anymore. It's like it's a little inconsistent, but yeah, like you just mix and match. You just mix and match speed units with BBK, and then you just murder people. But typically, you always want Veronica, so people don't pick Veronica into you, and etc. So yeah, that's pretty much the BBK draft. I haven't played it too much myself, so I don't have much to get into it with. But yeah, BBK and 4 openers of your choice. Usually, you want Veronica. Yeah, that's about it for the aggro draft. So now, oh boy, we have some cleave draft. So cleave is cleave is absurdly strong. You can go belian. Right now everyone's going like belian harsetti preban so they can abuse soulburns. Cause like why not? Let's say you're fighting like a snail or something. They're gonna preban flan. They're gonna preban like para. I don't know. And then like, so you have a lot of options. It just depends what you want to do. For example, you can always go Luna here. Like Luna first pick in cleave is insanely strong, yada yada. And then like Zio is still available. Zio is very strong just because he's a big book holder, and you always want like Emma Ludwig on 3. Or you don't always want Emma Ludwig on 3, it's just the best. Alright, this is gonna be like your core cleave opening sometimes. Other times when Luna is pre-banned, you can replace her easily with Ellie Ghost. If Zio is pre-banned, you just mix and match the openers. It's that easy. You just mix and match the openers, yada yada, super simple. And of course, this does come down to speed. If you're not fast, don't do this. And let's see. So let's see. So now we have our main damage dealer, and now we just pick units that are good for the situation. For example, we can go Politica here, depending. We have Ellie Ghost. We have Ellie Ghost, so like you can go anything that does a lot of damage. Let's say like, or you can like stack books for your Luddy. You can go Emo Rowana easily, like super easily. Let's say you have both the pushback openers. Let's say you have both the pushback openers, you can easily slam Emu, he'll be really strong. Yada yada. It's just mix and match based on your openers, and it's that simple. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And like you can even slot in Mort if you want. Like Mort's pretty good if someone picks like a bunch of counter attackers. And yeah, it's just picking units for the situation. But your core is always gonna, if you're pre-banning Belian, your core is always gonna be like Letty on 3, 2 very strong available openers, and then two units that'll counter the other person's draft. Basically, it's very straightforward and simple. So yeah, that's pretty much the best cleave draft right now. Basically, yeah, you just mix and match broken openers and whatever bridges are good for them, basically. So yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and good luck on your climb.